Hi everyone, my name is Tyson Craig. I am the founder of Yellowstone Guiding. Before we go ahead and get started, I will warn you that I have been sick this week, so if I start coughing or pause, it's because my throat is not all there this week, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I am the founder of Yellowstone Guiding. You may ask, what is Yellowstone Guiding? Have you ever wanted to go experience the outdoors using recreational vehicles and not had access to them, but have not been able to justify paying or buying one to keep as your own? That is what Yellowstone Guiding is trying to solve. Yellowstone Guiding is a recreational vehicle rental. We rent vehicles year round, so we rent snowmobiles, UTVs, ATVs, so snowmobiles in the winter, razors and things like that in the summer. You may ask, well, why is the name Guiding? We also offer guiding services through Yellowstone National Park. We realize that many people come to these areas and do not know where to go or the correct places to see the scenery. So we want to offer tourists a chance to pay some money and be guided directly to the must-see areas in Yellowstone Guiding. So with that being said, there's two parts to the business. First is the rental, and that is the main one. Second is the guiding part of it. And we realize that not everyone will be customers to the guiding because they believe that they can handle that part on their own, but we will offer that service to people that feel that is necessary. So the minimal viable product that we used, when I first started this, I thought it would be a winter only business, and we used snowmobiles off the start. Here's pictures of a few of the snowmobiles that would have been used for the minimal viable product. It offered a group of 3 people plus me a guided tour through Yellowstone. So, and like I said, when I started, the minimal viable product was just going to be for the summer, for the winter. But as interviews went on, we made decisions to go ahead and offer recreational vehicle rentals through the summer also, because come to find out, that is the busiest time for Yellowstone National Park to be visited. The marketing side, when we started, we first thought that we just have one location in Yellowstone. Well, come to find out, a lot of people, when they visit Yellowstone National Park, they don't just go to West Yellowstone. Some people visit Jackson Hole, which is just south of Yellowstone National Park. So we thought that we would have a store in both locations, so in West Yellowstone and Jackson Hole, Wyoming. The amount of people that visit Yellowstone National Park is 3.8 million people. And like the presentation says, 5% is believed to visit in the winter, and another 95% is believed to visit in the summer. Those numbers right there are what made Yellowstone Guiding decide to make the summer a main focus, because they'd have a lot bigger market during the summer. In Yellowstone, a lot of tourists do not like to come during the winter months because excuse me, because of the cold and fighting the snow. We believe of the 3.8 million people that 12% of these people are expected to be customers, so they are looking for rentals or they are looking for guiding services. That number puts us around 500,000 people to be our market size. Okay, customer segmentation is something I was very interested in when I first started. I didn't think that females would be, I didn't think that they'd be part of the market. But as I started doing my interviews, I realized that there are many single females out there that love the outdoors that don't get to experience them because they either, one, don't have the vehicles, or two, they don't feel safe going out by themselves. So the first segment we found was single women 18 to 60 have an income of 50,000 plus or more, and the rental and guiding services appeal to them. The next one is male 65 and plus. They have to be wealthy. The rental and guiding services appeal to these people too, because they, one, have been able to do it on their own, but still can't, or still don't feel safe. So they would rather pay someone to go with them and guide them and make sure that they are safe while using the rental and guiding services. Then the last one is males ages. That's a boo-boo. It's supposed to be 18 to 65, have an income of 50,000 plus a year. The guiding service does not appeal to this group because they feel that they can handle the vehicles on their own and they do not need to pay extra. But this is the main market that I feel most revenue will come off it through the rentals, because this group of people, they want to have these recreational vehicles but can't justify buying them. So the few times a year they would choose to rent them from Yellowstone Guiding. Customer relationships, so the get, keep, grow. This one's kind of a hard one, the keep and grow part for this, because many of the customers are going to be one time. But a main goal of getting the customers is we want to reach customers before they come to Yellowstone, so they can have things planned out, that they know that they're renting from us or that they're being guided through us. So we will do this through various ways of online marketing, such as Facebook and Google and things like that. We will not allow people to book online. We want to have a personal relationship, that people know that they are dealing with actual people that they can trust. So we will do all bookings over the phone. We want them to call and have a personal relationship with our company. So even though we will market online, we will give them a phone number where they can reach us and call us. The keep part is to customers that come back and are repeat customers, they will receive 10% off their next rental or their guiding service. This is a way that we hope that we can get people that enjoyed the services to come back and enjoy it. To grow, we will use customer referrals. We will, like it says, if you refer someone, you'll earn $25 gift card to be used at Yellowstone Guiding. This is a way we feel that we can get people to talk about our business and reward them for sharing with their friends. Distribution channel, like I talked about in the first few slides, we will have two locations. One will be in West Yellowstone. It is located on the northwest side of Yellowstone National Park. When we first started, we thought that would be our only location, but after doing some research, we realized that Jackson Hole would also be another good location to put a store. So we will have two storefronts, the first one in Yellowstone and the second one being in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, that is just located south of Yellowstone National Park. Some key partners. Two of the main partners, then one that is sort of a partner would be the city. So the main partners would be Polaris. They're the company that we would purchase all of the recreational vehicles from. We would work directly with them to buy the snowmobiles and the razors and four-wheelers, because we would purchase enough inventory to be seen as a dealer. So they would be the first major partner. The next one would be Climb. A lot of people, when they're coming to use this type of equipment, they don't have the necessary gear. So we will also offer sales and rentals of this gear. So Climb will be the provider of that. They're seen as being the industry leading for gear. So those are the two major partners. Lesser partner would be two of the cities that where we were located. This might sound funny, but where both those towns thrive off tourists, I think that we'd be able to work well with those cities to see what we can do to advertise to get people to come to the cities, and it'll boost the cities, but also it will boost our store revenue. Some key resources. The first one's the physical. Obviously, the vehicles. We want to have good working vehicles that are reliable and not breaking down on people. If we have issues with the equipment, we will have bad referrals and a bad name. Second, the location. We want to try and reach most of our customers before they come to these towns, but we want to have a good storefront location so when people are in the towns, they recognize the store and that we will get some walk-in traffic. Intellectual property, things like the company's names, tax ID. This company, there is no patents or trademarks, so nothing of that way. Human, we need good, reliable employees that know the machine, proper safety, and they know the area around. So when we are guiding, they know the best areas and know the terrain so that they can keep the clients safe. Also, if there's any issues with the machinery or things like that, that our employees can go out and rescue the people or rescue the machines. Next is financing. Financing will be huge where this is a new bank. We will have financing through individual people and also through banks. One bank that is interested is the Bank of Commerce to provide funding at a competitive interest rate. Key activities. This is a business that is going to thrive off getting people before they come into these towns. So like I've stated before, we want to use Google, Facebook, and online booking agencies such as like Kayak or Airbnb as advertising and opportunity for people to contact us and book before they come in. And through these things, we want people to be able to look at the businesses and all, and we can give them a good idea of what they can expect to see and the expectations they can expect for the money that they are spending. Quality control, like I've stated multiple times, it's a huge deal to make sure the machines are working properly. If we continue to have issues with the machines, we'll get a bad reputation and it'll hurt our brand name. The other thing is knowing the trend, like I stated before, so we know the best places to give the people the best time and show them the best scenery as possible. And also knowing the areas helps keep people safe. Upfront costs for the business are obviously purchasing the equipment. That'll be a main one. Next for the equipment is the required maintenance. These machines are high performance machines that will need to be watched over and maintained regularly. Other costs is the store location and the building. Those are big costs in towns like these where buildings or locations on main streets are expensive. That'll be a big cost. Other costs consist of marketing, labor, insurance, and permits, and vehicles to transfer these recreational vehicles, such as pickup trucks and trailers. So revenue, you may ask, how are the price packaging is going to go? Yellowstone Guiding sees that rental packages will be their number one sell, like stated at the beginning of the presentation. So depending on the vehicles are going to be rented from $150 to $250 per day. That is for the cost of the vehicle. That does not include damage insurance that will be charged on top of that. Next is the guiding service. The guiding service will also include a rental. those prices will range from $300 to $400 a person per day, depending on the level of machine that the person decides to purchase. It is projected that the annual revenue for the first year is $550,000. With that, it is projected that the company will experience a $31,000 loss in the first year. This loss will be due to the high purchases of the equipment, things like that. Hopefully, as the company goes on, those purchases will go down, which will allow there to be more profits. Some metrics that matter: we need to know how fast our cash burn rate is. We want to know how much money we're spending a month, so we can make sure that the company is wealthy and does not run out of any cash flow issues. Another thing would be acquiring customers. We want to know how much it costs to get one customer through our door, so we can make sure that we're spending the right amount of money in the right amount of places to maximize our marketing budget. We like to know the revenue of the rental and the guiding individually to see what customers are wanting and to make sure that we are marketing the things the customers are purchasing the most. So if they're focused on the rentals, we make sure that we're doing our best to market for the rentals and that, and have the guiding be as a backup. But in case the guiding does make a pass on the rentals or it catches up, we need to make sure that we know that, so that we are adequately marketing that. The next is obviously the net income. We need to make sure as a business that we are being profitable so that the company can keep functioning and that the investors are happy and making money off their returns. So for the business environment, a few questions came up is how good is the economy that the business is in? I think this is a great time to enter this market because the economy is strong. People feel like they have money to spend on traveling and fun things. So this is a great time to catch the market and catch the booming economy. The next question is, who's our competitors and what are their competitive advantages? So there are two competitors in the market already. One is High Mountain Rentals and the other one is Yellowstone Adventures. These companies have both been around for many years, so they have created a brand name and created a clientele already. So it'll be difficult to compete with these companies as they have created the brand name. So it'll be important to know and to strategize based on that this is an existing market and not a new market. So some strengths for Yellowstone Guiding. The strength is, and the strength for all of them is they're allowing customers to enjoy recreational vehicles without purchasing them. And the other strength is we are offering people a chance to experience outdoors without the big cost. This is our value proposition and a great strength because nowadays people don't use these things very much. You can't justify buying them for how much they cost. So we will be able to allow people to enjoy these things for a lot lesser cost. A weakness is, like stated in the slide before, competitors have been in the market for a while and created a name and a repeat customer clientele. So it will be hard to enter the market and compete with these people that have been around. An opportunity for us is many of the other rental shops don't offer guiding services. So to tourists, we will be able to use that as a selling point to offer them a one-stop shop for rentals and guiding services. So they only have to deal with one person, one company. One threat that is a threat to this business is if the economy makes a turn and it goes down and it's not as strong as it is now. Many people, when that happens, feel that they don't have the money to spend on travel or entertainment. So that would hurt this business and maybe put it at stake if people did not spend money on entertainment or things like that. So some main pivots that I made throughout this is I began the first of the business thinking that it was going to be a guiding service, but as I did my interviews, I realized that a lot more people were interested in the rentals. So the rental business is a lot more appealing to the local people and also to the tourist. So that as I made that rotation, I realized that we need to push rentals and have the guiding be as a backup or a secondary product for Yellowstone guiding. Next big change that we made was when I first started this, I thought that the only location would be in Yellowstone because I thought that is the nearest point to Yellowstone National Park. But as I did some more research, I realized that Jackson Hole is a close place that a lot of tourists go to stay when they're visiting Yellowstone National Park. So that was another big change, was the location of where we are going to be located. So that is the end of the presentation. I appreciate you watching, and